What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Ace Attorney Investigations 2. We are finally on the last case, the Grand Turnabout, aka this is the case with a bunch of cameos. At least I remember there were a bunch of people that returned in this case. So let's get started and meet everybody again! Okay. Alright, there's something with a giant kaiju in this episode. See what I mean? It's a T-Rex kaiju cow thing. I forgot the name of the mascot. Oh, and Lana is still with us. Okay. This seems to be happening after case 4. Right after.
So, what y'all gonna do now? I reckon you're through being a prosecutor, right?
Yes, that's true, I suppose. I'm no longer a prosecutor, however.
You can't stop thinking about what Mr. DeKiller said, right?
Indeed. I congratulate you on resolving the case, however. Can you truly say in good conscience that it has been solved? This case isn't over yet. The person in the red hood who kidnapped Kay at Gourd Lake. And this letter from an unknown sender. Someone's schemes are at work behind this case.
Must be tough having a case you just solved still nagging at the back of your mind. Well, I've got some investigating of my own to be doing, so I'll be off. That's amazing! You've already decided on your next scoop? What are you saying there, missy? Don't you be underestimating the likes of Lotta, huh? I've covered a lot of scoops, you know? I always have an extra scoop or two up my sleeves. Someone help! Yikes! What's that? Penny. Someone please help!
This woman is. What's happened?
Somebody's dead! A monster!
A monster?
It's a scoop! A scoop's calling me! Please, follow me. It's this way.
Oh my god, the way Lana runs!
Has something else happened? Again?
I don't know. At any rate, we should follow her for now. Oh my god, Lana. Lana takes after me so much with the camera.
These are genuine hoof prints!
Hoof prints? Impossible. No animal could be this large.
Mr. Edgeworth, look!
Lang? Agent Lang. Why is he here?
Someone's on the ground!
It can't be. The president of Zhangfa, Di Zhuanghuang. Agent Lang. Mr. Prosecutor, didn't take you long to get here. What happened? What happened? Ha! That's what I'd like to know! It would seem that he's in a considerable amount of shock over the president's death. However, what exactly are these giant footprints? And what could have happened to the president?
It's a monster!
A monster?
Yes, sirree! Looky here! Ain't no doubt about it! These are clearly the footprints of a monster! And on this day, mankind received a grim reminder. We live in fear of the mighty Muzilla.
Mighty Muzilla? Muzilla!
This here's a scoop. I got myself a scoop. Man trampled to death by monster. I reckon it'll be the top story in tomorrow's paper.
What nonsense. There are no such things as monsters. Wait, it can't be. I am Di Zhonghong. I have heard of your deeds. You saved my country from a great crisis. The real assassin was you all along. That is correct. I received a request from a key individual to take the president's life. That man, could he have... Hey, you! Were you the first to discover the body?
Yes, well...
Agent Lang. Lang Z says... First come, first suspected. You! Did you really just discover the body?
Of course! Please calm down, you're scaring her.
He does seem to have lost his composure. Calm down? How am I supposed to calm down? Do you know who's been murdered? Dijon Wang, the president of Zhangfa. Agent Lang, this isn't like you. When we first met, you had an army of subordinates under your command, and you boasted of having the highest arrest rate in Interpol. And what now? Did you forget the fundamentals of investigation along with all of your men? What did you say? Instead of questioning people at random, you should investigate the crime scene first. Am I wrong? I don't need you to tell me that. I'll do a thorough investigation. Well, at least it seems he's calmed down for now.
Mr. Edgeworth, let's investigate too!
Yes, let's investigate. Right now, I do not have any investigation rights, but until the police arrive...
What are you all saying? Ain't it obvious who done it? The man behind it all is the mighty Muzilla! Huh? Well, I guess it ain't the man behind it, more like the monster behind it, you know?
Good grief. Could you please just try not to interfere with the investigation?
Shut your trap! You're the one who better not be sticking your nose in my business! I ain't forgiving you if you mess up my scoop!
We're gonna mess up her scoop anyway.
Excuse me?
It's the woman who first discovered the body. I feel like I've seen her before.
You're Mr. Edgeworth, right? Do you remember me?
Yes. That case from before.
Huh? Do you know her?
Yes, I do. At least, I think I do.
My name's Kay for a day. I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Why, you have such a cute assistant. I'm Penny Nichols. I'm an assistant at Global Studios. I'm in charge of the props and sets. It's nice to meet you.
Yes, that was it. She got an updated sprite. I once handled a case that occurred during the filming of The Steel Samurai. This woman was a member of the show's staff, and she was involved in the incident. I must have met with her on numerous occasions over the course of the case. But to be honest, I had completely forgotten about her. Of course you would. It's nice to see you again. The fact that you are here must mean that this place is...
Yes, this is sort of an outdoor film lot for Global Studios. They're shooting a movie here right now. I was the first to arrive today to set everything up for the filming. But everything seemed strange. Those giant footprints, and that dead body.
I see. We shall examine the body. At any rate, could you please contact the police?
Yeah, right away.
I'll have to take the time to listen to her story later. First, let's examine the scene. There are many things besides the body that concerns me. I'll need to examine every nook and cranny of this place. Before we do that, though, I believe we have a cameo at somewhere around here if I move up. Oh, I can't... Wait, I can't go up there yet. Darn. I know somewhere, because this whole area looks familiar. I know just behind those walls you'll see Phoenix Wright and Maya, but I can't get up there yet, so I guess we'll look into it later. Alright. Oh, what's this? Actually, let's talk to Kay first. I don't think I have anything I can present.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, well, I guess I can present this badge.
Eureka! Seeing this badge just gave me a great idea. As a token of appreciation for everything you've done for me, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm gonna carve an awesome badge for you out of an eraser. Should I carve your face from the side or from the front? Maybe a diagonal view.
Why are you so set on the theme of being my face?
But if it's something new you want, how about a view from directly below? This badge?
This badge has quickly gone from awesome to awful. Anyway.
I still can't believe the president has been murdered. Do you think he was really trampled to death by a monster?
Surely you can't be serious. There are no such things as monsters.
What? So it wasn't a monster who did this? Then who do you say killed the president?
As the president of Zhangfa, I'm sure there are more than a few people targeting his life. Just like Shelly the killer tried to do, not too long ago.
So you think he was killed by someone like Mr. the Killer?
I can't say for certain yet, but neither can I deny that the possibility.
But we can't deny the possibility of him being killed by a monster either. I mean, just take a look at all these monster footprints. Plus, a horn-like object was lying on the ground next to the president.
A horn-like object? I can't say for certain that it's not related to this case. Perhaps I should take a moment and compare it with the evidence I have on hand.
I never would have thought we'd run into Mr. Lang in a place like this.
What horn, though? I don't see a horn.
But he didn't seem to be in a very good mood.
It's understandable. Agent Lang is from the Republic of Zhangfa. With President Hong's death, he must have a lot on his mind.
Come to think of it, he doesn't have his men in black in tow with him today either. I always picture him with an army of subordinates following around.
Agent Lang. I wonder if something has happened to him. Well, considering what happened with his original assistant... Anyway, let's examine this. The gate. Miss Nichols, where does this entrance lead to?
It's connected to the Grand Tower lot.
Does this case also have something to do with that building? The building with a secret 51st floor where the black market auctions were being held. It would be strange if it were still hiding a few more secrets. I don't know, but we'll add that to our organizer for now. This lock and chain.
Someone cut through the chain! What? I'm sure it was locked up properly yesterday, though.
Then it's possible that the culprit forced his way in through here. Got our first logic. Alright. What is it?
It's completely dented in! How did this happen?
There is indeed a huge dent in the fence over there. Something rather heavy must have struck it in order to make a dent like that.
It wasn't like that at all yesterday.
It wasn't? So this dent was made last night. There was a crime going on while we were investigating another crime. What a shocker. Anyway. Lotta. Sweetie.
What do you want? I'm a busy gal. You best not get in my way.
Why are you so obsessed with that monster? Such a thing couldn't possibly exist.
What you say? I ain't letting that pass. Muzilla lives. I'm sure of it. It's the mightiest monster on this side of the Pacific Rim.
I don't suppose you have some kind of basis for that.
I saw it with my own 2 eyes. What? You saw it? No way. Yes way. The mighty Muzilla was really here. Last night when I was on the 51st floor of the Grand Tower.
You mean when you was snooping around the black market auction?
That's right. It was right around when I took this here photo. That's the photo of the person in the red hood. This was Joe Crane, right? You see those blinds next to the red hood? Well, the mighty Muzilla was on the other side. But there's nothing in the photo. It's mighty hard to capture something like that from such a distance. But I seen it plain as day. Muzilla's giant eye was peering in through those blinds.
The monster was peering in.
Look here. Now ain't the time for this. I gotta gather my materials. You're in my way. Now get on. Get. Shoo shoo.
How absurd.
Mr. Edgeworth, you must be completely dumbfounded right now, aren't you?
Was it that clearly written on my face? Okay, Lotta. So I guess there is a picture of Mozilla's eyeball? That makes no sense at all.
Sorry about earlier. I was a little flustered.
Let's present Kay's badge.
Ah, that's...
Do you know something about this?
Huh? I'm sorry. I think I was just mistaken. Lately, the prescription of my glasses hasn't been quite right. I deeply apologize for my shameful behavior.
That's not something you need to apologize for. Were you here alone?
Yeah, I arrived before everyone else today in order to get things prepared. When I entered the lot, I immediately noticed those giant hoof prints. The monster footprints, right? Weren't you surprised? Yeah, because they had been there yesterday evening.
So that means the footprints were made last night. Well, when I first saw
when I first saw them, I thought they were a part of the set.
I'm having a hard time, seeing who's talking, apparently.
But when I got closer to the studio, I saw that a person had collapsed.
You didn't notice until you got closer.
Lately, it seems my eyesight has gotten worse again, and my glasses aren't strong enough. As I approached the body, I finally realized what it was. I was so scared I ran away.
And that was when she ran into us. You said they were filming a movie. Could it be The Steel Samurai? Oh, edgy!
No.
So it wasn't.
We're making a monster movie this time around. Have you ever heard of the Mighty Mozilla series?
I'm sorry, but no.
Mr. Edgeworth isn't interested in anything other than the Steel Samurai, after all.
That's not...
I guess it's to be expected as the promotion for the film hasn't really started yet. The Mighty Mozilla! Its revival breaks its 12 years of silence. It's the long-awaited sequel to the original series, so the staff are all fired up. The film is set at the Grand Tower, so we're filming on location around the area.
Come to think of it, yesterday... What's wrong, pal? Did something happen at the Grand Tower?
Cut! Cut! Excuse me, we're sort of in the middle of shooting a film, and,
I saw them filming something, then. It must have been this.
I bet it ends with Mozilla completely destroying the Grand Tower! I wonder. You'll have to look forward to finding out in the theaters. If you like, you can have this.
Let's see. Mozilla versus Gordy. The battle of the century. Now it meets its greatest rival, Mighty Mozilla versus Gordy. Wait, Gordy?
This time, it won't just be Mozilla. A rival monster appears as well. Have you heard of it? Gordy of Gourd Lake. Wasn't it the talk of the town 2 or 3 years ago?
Oh, well, this is awkward. No, this is awkward both in the sense of what the case was about and when I recorded this, because this is literally, when I recorded this, it was literally the day after the DL6 incident.
It's a mysterious monster living in Gourd Lake. By chance, someone took a photo of it.
It wasn't just the talk of the town, it was also involved in a case from my past. Gordy, huh? Now there's a name I don't really want to remember. Oh, poor Edgy.
When the director caught wind of that rumor, he decided to add it into the story.
I get the feeling he was a bit late to catch on.
Please look forward to seeing the showdown between these two rival monsters.
That's cool, though. I should confirm what the security situation was like at the scene of the crime. Miss Nichols, was the entrance to this place locked?
Yes, it's locked with this. It's one of those types where you have to put in the correct numbers to open it, right?
About this combination lock, was it also properly locked today?
Yes, when I arrived here today, it was locked tight.
Who knows the combination?
The producer, the director, the staff, and the actors. I think everyone involved in the movie knew about it.
So anyone involved with this film could have opened the combination lock and gone in. Alright, that's it. We have a bunch of logic stuff, so why don't we put some of this together? The rear entrance and the combination lock. Let's put those together. The front entrance, which leads to the Tower Plaza, was locked with the combination lock. At the other end, the lock on the rear entrance, which leads to the Grand Tower, was broken. Now where does this lead us?
I know this one! The culprit entered from the rear entrance, right?
Exactly. And knowing this, we now understand one more critical fact. The culprit must be someone who didn't know the number to unlock the combination lock.
Right! If they knew the code, it would have been way easier to enter from the front entrance. Entering through the back door is common sense for a thief. It's much less conspicuous. We can't underestimate a culprit who thinks like a thief. Please keep your guard up.
She sure becomes lively all of a sudden when the subject gets brought up. To put it simply, everyone involved with the movie knows the combination for the lock. In other words, it's quite likely that the culprit is someone who is not involved with the film. That makes sense. Or is it? Alright, let's go talk to Lang. Poor Lang.
Mr. Prosecutor, so we meet again.
Indeed, just a few days ago, we met at the detention center. Agent Lang, what brings you here?
Just some boring work. Nothing you need to know about. You always pick the worst times to show up. Anyone ever tell you that bad things happen when you're around? Just don't get in the way of my investigation, okay? I must avenge the death of our president.
Don't worry about it, Lang.
That's what the little crow girl always wearing on her clothes, isn't it? It represents the most powerful animal in nature, my Yatagarasu badge. Isn't it awesome? Most powerful animal in nature. Not so fast. I can't let that one slide. Lang Zi says, the wolf is mightier than the crow. Just one slash from a wolf's claw and your little crow wouldn't be nevermore. Take that back, Wolfie! Thief Girl says the crow soars above all others. It'll swoop in and peck the wolf to pieces and then fly back up to avoid the wolf's claws. Don't estimate a wolf's jumping ability. It'll bite the crow before it can fly away. A crow can flap its wings so hard it'll blow the big bad wolf away. Caw!
They're squabbling like children.
Wow.
You arrived here before us. What were you doing in a place like this?
You suspect me?
Come now.
I heard a scream. It was the woman who found the body. After hearing the scream, I came in through that entrance over there. Apparently, it wasn't locked.
Then why is there a lock on the ground over there? I should take a closer look. But we did already.
When I got in, the woman who found the body was already running out the other exit over there.
So he came here around the same time we did. Why were you at the Grand Tower?
Well, I had my reasons.
He also said something along those lines when we met at the detention center.
Maybe he's really a fan of giant monsters, and he came to sneak a peek at the Mozilla set. Giant monsters? I have no interest in such things.
He clearly doesn't think the murderer is a monster either. Wouldn't it be kind of cool if it was, though? It's regrettable what happened to the president.
Yeah, Huang was the pride of Zhang Fa, and yet
it seems you were quite close to the president.
The previous head of the Lang clan, my father, served under President Huang. Protecting the life of the president has long been our clan's greatest duty. My old man received a great number of special medals from the president himself. As a token of his trust, the president left his will in the protection of the Lang clan. Those medals and that will, they were the pride of our clan, our family's treasure, so to speak. Who would have thought the day to unseal that will would arrive so soon?
So then, I guess the president was like a close family friend. Huh? But during the incident at Gourd Lake, why weren't you with the president, Mr. Lang?
Well, a lot has changed. It all happened over 12 years ago. Back then, he and my old man were close friends, and our clan protected the president's life. But then, he suddenly changed. It's as if he became an entirely different person. Nowadays, he doesn't even have a shred of faith in the police force of Zhang Fa. 12 years ago. I wonder what went on then. Even so, I still respect the man. Zhang Fa is a small country, but he will carry the nation with his strength. Damn it, just what were his bodyguards doing? Have you already contacted the embassy? Yeah, of course. I've also informed Zhang Fa and my clan as well. It's gotten pretty hectic there, what with the will and all. But it'll be the same here. Once the bodyguards show up, if you don't want to see me rip into them, I suggest you get out of here soon. Mr. Prosecutor, right now I'm just a single Interpol agent, a literal lone wolf. They probably won't let me be in charge of the investigation. But you better believe, my fangs are as sharp as ever. I'll definitely capture the culprit with my own hands, and you better not get in my way. Don't worry about that, Lang. I don't think I have the authority to do that. Anyway. Let's examine the body now. Hello, Mr. Wimpy President.
Wow, it really is the president.
Yes, to think we saw him alive just a few days ago.
That would make this a presidential assassination, right?
This is a bit flashy for an assassination. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Alright, let's look into the body. Let's actually examine the corpse, I guess. There are no visible external wounds, but it's clear that he's already passed away.
So then, I guess he really did get stepped on by
a monster? That's impossible.
Huh? Don't the president's clothes look a bit dirty to you?
Indeed, there appears to be some sort of yellow stain.
I bet it's monster drool!
Okay, please be more serious. We'll need to have forensics take a closer look at the stain. So this was the state of the body. I should make a note of it. Or, maybe ask Lotta to, do it for you. Anyway, let's examine the tracks that's on him.
There are broken pieces of concrete scattered all around the president.
Yes, they were probably scattered about when the ground got damaged.
Then that must have been when the monster's foot went thud!
If the culprit was actually a monster. Alright, thanks for the footprint. It kinda looks like a hoof.
It kinda looks like a hoof, the way it's split in two like that. Yep, it definitely looks like a monster's footprint to me. And there's even three of them! There's even three of them, Mr. Edgeworth!
There are no such things as monsters. Do you honestly believe they exist?
No, not really. But wouldn't it be cool if they did exist?
We're searching for the truth, Kay, not for what is cool. Alright. This is a horn here, so let's deduce that with the movie poster. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Eureka! Doesn't this horn belong to that monster, Muzilla? Also, if it is, shouldn't that horn be bigger? It looks like it might have been on a figure.
You're right, it looks just like it. Maybe it's a prop for the film.
Based on the size of the horn, the head should be quite large.
I wonder how it ended up here.
I'm sure we'll find out if we ask someone on the staff. Alright, well, let's talk to Nicole. Broken horn. About this horn,
Have you ever seen it before?
Huh? That's Mozilla's horn. It's a model we made to use in our ad campaign. Where was it?
It was on the ground by the back entrance.
That's strange. Mozilla's head should have been stored on the studio roof.
I suppose the head would have to be rather large, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's not as big as the real thing, of course, but it's still quite large. Look, you can see it from here.
Well, hello there.
See, it's right there.
It certainly is large.
There sure are a lot of interesting things around here. It's the equipment we use for filming, the Mozilla costume and the camera crane. They really are treasures. I'm getting kind of excited.
It's possible that some of this equipment was used in the crime. I better take a closer look. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. Or actually, let's check the logic that we have here. Okay, we got quite a bit of logic. Let's put the broken horn and the dented fence together, because maybe those two are connected. The dent in this fence and the broken horn. None of these things were there yesterday evening, based on the facts that these two have changed.
Could Mozilla's head have...
Indeed, the head that was on the rooftop may have tumbled down onto the ground. Oh, I guess we'll look into that. This is a new possibility, which would mean that... Let's see, stepped on my monster or the monster's head. Maybe the monster's head fell on the president. We may have found the missing murder weapon.
Huh? Really?
At the moment, I can only say that is just a possibility. If the giant monster head had fallen off from the studio roof...
that could definitely be a murder weapon!
Holy shit, I went way over time, but that's okay. I have no more restrictions, so no big deal. So we're gonna stop here and continue on in the next video. See you guys then! This seems to be happening after case 4, right after.
So, what y'all gonna do now? I reckon you're through being a prosecutor, right?
Yes, that's true, I suppose. I'm no longer a prosecutor, however.
You can't stop thinking about what Mr. DeKiller said, right?
Indeed. I congratulate you on resolving the case, however, can you truly say in good conscience that it has been solved? This case isn't over yet. The person in the red hood who kidnapped Kay at Gourd Lake. And this letter from an See what I mean? It's a T-Rex kaiju cow thing. I forgot the name of the mascot. Oh, and Lana is still with us. Okay. Known sender. Someone's schemes are at work behind this case.
Must be tough having a case you just solved still nagging at the back of your mind. Well, I've got some investigating of my own to be doing, so I'll be off. That's amazing! You've already decided on your next scoop? What are you saying there, missy? Don't you be underestimating the likes of Lotta, huh? I've covered a lot of scoops, you know? I always have an extra scoop or two up my sleeves. Someone help! Yikes, what's that? Penny. Someone please help!
This woman is... What's happened?
Somebody's dead! A monster!
A monster?
It's a scoop! A scoop's calling me! Please, follow me. It's this way.
Oh my god, the way Lana runs!
Has something else happened? Again?
I don't know. At any rate, we should follow her for now. Oh my god, Lana. Lana takes after me so much with the camera.
These are genuine hoof prints.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Ace Attorney Investigations 2. We are finally on the last case, the Grand Turnabout, aka this is the case with a bunch of cameos. At least I remember there were a bunch of people that returned in this case. So let's get started and meet everybody again! Okay. Alright, there's something with a giant kaiju in this episode.